Page 42 and page 43. In this piece I have continued to experiment on Mars as an idea, as a surface, so then I can involve more recycling in different ways. In this piece I've grabbed this mask, laid it on the floor and used my foot to wipe the whole entire downstairs floor to get as many germs and which on this piece I've used a black light to see if there was any little glow germs or dust particles, which is visible in this photo. As you can see, little streams, which is actually sometimes some thread, which I've found out can glow, but most of the dust hasn't. Like, you can see the dark patches from where things have been caught up on the cloth. So after that experiment I decided to look around the house and see what had some germs or fingerprints anywhere, which on a light switch I actually discovered some fingerprints. You can see little fingerprint stains all between the light switches, which is not a surprise because many people touched the light. Another thing I practiced on was using the black light on my clothes, which has more little threads of glow. That's thread and even more dust that some of them have picked up. You can see little dots of it working. Another thing was that I used a torch on my teeth, which has actually glown similar to the little glow threads, though it hasn't. None of these two have the same results as a light switch, where it's got fingerprints that are very faint, that links to even like little germs. Though I don't consider making actual stains by coughing and sneezing or wiping the floor just to make a piece out of. However, when I used a glow in the dark and used a torch after, which activates the glow during every night, I have considered to continue using the glow in the dark paint now as also an idea, but not entirely of making upon a piece, as I want to make a piece that's to do with both light and a dark side. In this piece I have used inks, which includes page 43, where I've put a few ink dots on acetate, which then I've put another sheet over top of it, which has spread out the ink lovely in these two. This one though, I've kept the acetate on, which has taken 2 to 3 weeks to fully dry from the inside. By knowing that, how it's dried, I have to test by pushing every single little air bubble and seeing if any ink is still moving. Though it shows the lovely bubbles in this piece, similar to like if you look in a microscope you'll see the same results where it has like little germs and bubbles in it, which I find quite cool. And this piece I've done the same, but I removed the acetate once it's spread, which involves this mask. As I used this mask and I dabbed on this acetate sides, wiping up most of the ink, which is why it has the same colour from all the ink mixing You can see just about the outline of the mask as well, just here. And it has the same colour here. Though, what I originally wanted to happen was that all these different colours to stick and stain the cloth, but it didn't. They all merged together and created this colour. Though you can see just about the little dots. That might be because of the pattern of the cloth that's done that. Which also has happened in my third piece. This might be to do because it's a liquid, so it runs through the cloth, leaving all the pattern to still show. But in this piece, it's not blood, but instead it's red ink, which for some reason at the beginning, after the first day, this is what the image originally looked like. Patches of red and even stains just lightly. I even added a few drops of water to spread it a bit more. But however, after a few days the colour has faded and dried, and you can barely see it on this side, but you can see just about the outline. But it's still stained on, though the strong colour of red has dulled almost to a brown, similar to blood. Though if I ever did do something like blood in a work, similar to Teresa Mangoles, then using red ink and water together will create the same concept. Though I'm not influenced to do this idea because it doesn't link to my theme identity, so I will not be using this, but I am considering it in any piece that I want to relate similar to blood in a work, or anything to do with the body, similar to this as well, where it has germs that get picked up, but still I will not be considering this, neither any of the others that I've done on this page, even though they have come out very well, but I always consider them as another idea.